So you're saying in a variety of areas this may be true, but especially in mathematics, there may be teachers who in fact aren't strong mathematicians, don't understand some of the content that they're expected to deliver, and that gets in the way, as it obviously would, for sure. Yes, sir.
I think a couple things factor in. To me, I feel like we've had, well, obviously we've seen like over many years that, the successes and, we're not growing, but yet we've continued to push standards down so that they have to do more at an earlier age.
Yeah.
Where they're not developmentally.
So let's talk about that.
Yeah.
This gentleman just said, I want everybody to be able to hear what you just said because it's really right on. He said that because we weren't getting the outcomes that we wanted, somehow the idea was that we would take either more standards or take fourth grade standards and push them down on third grade, that somehow delivering more intensive instruction or at least higher expectations to kids in some way might translate into better learning outcomes.
I mean, they want more. And then the other problem is that we teach a lot of things, I feel like, in school that, I mean, to her point, talking about teachers who don't necessarily know the math, how much of the math that we teach is really going to be useful to the majority of our kids?
Now you're getting to a whole other question. He wants to get to math that actually is useful in life. Are there a lot of kids that get all the way through school and don't have basic math skills for checkbooks and living and just basic math literacy? Absolutely, in life. But on top of that, are we getting kids to those math skills that are going to be part of the best jobs that are out there, as far as I can see in the future? Now, wait a second. I started out this whole presentation by saying that I believe that kids are capable of learning, and that if you give them instruction at their level, designed in some way to match their readiness, and show a little love, and find a way to catch them and motivate them and believe in themselves as learners, that practically all of them can respond and start to learn. But if I take a kid who's in 8th grade, but he only has 4th grade math skills, and I teach him 8th grade algebra and 9th grade geometry and this and that, what are the chances he's going to fully understand any of that? I wonder.
Understand where this is going to take me.
Yeah.
They don't want to go there because they've never seen it before.
Yeah. So you're correctly saying that without context and exposure to understanding what the kinds of jobs that are going to be STEM related and STEAM related that are out there in the world, without ever having been exposed to that, how can you be motivated and excited about somehow reaching that in your life? You're all putting together a pretty good picture of what happens out here. But is anything happening that will change this? And I just gave you that great big long list of federal initiatives, and none of that changed this one nickel's worth. I've got to hope that we're going to do better in the next decade or 2 or 3, because I don't want to keep allowing vulnerable kids to fall out of love with learning and fall out of the belief that they are capable of being good learners.